Hello, music software professionals and enthusiasts. This video will address a question I've seen in numerous forums and advice forums. It's especially for Sibelius, but others may also benefit from the general concept, and that is conserving space with multi-measure rest number positioning. So here's the situation. This is what I'm talking about. The Allegro molto agitato has 11 and 18 measures rest positioned below the line at letter E. So in Sibelius, you'll have to change things up a little bit so that you can get the numbers below the line. The first thing we have to do is start off by creating the H bar, which is not the same as the physicist H bar, by the way. So you click on that little arrow under the lines panel, and then select the line, a very thin straight line that you want to base this on. Click new and then click on yes. The first thing you do is give it a name. Up at the top we're going to call it multi-rest H bar. Then you'll have to go over and click the size. That will be the width of the line. Make it 0.75. Then there's a little box that says horizontal. Click that. Then go down and click on symbol and select a small vertical line which is found in the rest section of the symbols. Then do the same for the end of the line. Same symbol, it's just going to be at the end. Small vertical line. Now you can see a sample of what your line is going to look like. And there it is. Click done and you're ready to go to fix the part. The first thing I'm going to do here is hide the current multi-measure rests, both of them. Then I'm going to go to Appearance and put the Order tab and Send Back. That will put them at the lowest level. Everything else you put on there will print on top. Then you're going to select the point to attach this H bar. Then click on the Notations tab, go down, and you'll see there your multi-measure H bar, and you've got it right there. Drag it down to where you want it, and you'll see that by clicking at the bottom leg you can stretch it to any length you want. It's important that these be attached outside of the multi-rest measure, otherwise it will break it up and you'll have a mess on your hands. So when you're attaching these things, make sure they're attached in a measure outside of that multi-rest area. See there, I attached this one to the rest in the first bar after F. And so you can drag it to whatever size you want. The next thing is going to be to do the text style, where you get the numbers. Oh, by the way, you can just drag the rehearsal letter down. And now you need to make sure that magnetic positioning is off, so you can drag that tempo marking down. Now you're going to the text style, where you will find multi-measure rest numbers. Click on that. Again, make sure these numbers are attached to something outside of the multi-rest area. Here I've connected it to the quarter rest at the end of the previous measure and to the rest after letter F. And there are your two numbers. Drag those to position, and there you've got it. That's the procedure. Now here is what it looks like after you create a PDF file. You'll see it's pretty clean. That's the way it's supposed to look. Okay, now here's another example, similar, for a two-staff part. This is a harp part, and you'll see that the number of measures rest is indicated by one number centered between the staves. And in Sibelius, when it does multi-rests of this type, it puts the numbers on the top and the bottom staves. So we have to get rid of some of the numbers so we can position them properly. So click on an anchor point outside of your multi-rest area and go down through your menu until you see that H bar you created earlier, and you see it popped up there over on the left in the first measure on the line, and there I just put another one in. That one's longer because it's for a whole beat, but that's not important in this case. So you drag it over to where you want, and again you can adjust the size, the width of the line as much as you want. Now you see I've just put those in there even though I haven't erased the original one yet, but now I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide that 2 measure rest, and then I'm going to hide the 3 measure rests and move them to the bottom printing level, the lowest level. And I'm hiding those numbers right now. Now for the 3, or no, let's see here. I'm clicking on that rest again. Now I'm going to go back to the text styles and get a number, multi-measure rest number again, right there. Type in the number 2, then drag that 2 over to the center between the 2 staves. Now I'm going to do the same thing here with the 3 measures rest. First get a couple of H bars and put them in there. This is an operation you want to do after you've finished all your proofreading and basic positioning, because if you move things around too much, you'll find yourself having to make adjustments. So this is probably going to be one of your final editing operations, is putting in and correcting these kind of multi-rest situations. Now we go and get the number, multi-rest number again. We only need 1 this time. We're going to drag it in between the staves, and that's basically it for that situation. Now this, on the end over here, I'm going to demonstrate something a little bit different, where if you use the old-fashioned style of rests instead of an H bar, you can do the same thing. It's basically the same operation. Here you get the number, which is 3. You drag it over in between the 2 staves after you've erased, or hidden rather, the original. Then you go to your symbols palette and you go down and find the 3 measure rest symbol, which is right there, and you click that, and it pops up there, and you drag it over to where you want it. And then you do the same for the bottom. I can't overemphasize the fact that you want to connect these things, have them attached to something outside of the multi-rest area. Otherwise they will disturb your layout and split the multi-rests. And here it is, printed out as a PDF file. That's the way to do it. Well, I realize that seems like a lot of work, but maybe the software developers will take note and see if they can just separate the number from the H bar. That's all that would be required. Thanks for watching.